I'm Scott Gorman. I'm a Bergen County DWI defense attorney practicing throughout the state of New Jersey. If you're charged with DWI, you're probably wondering how long you may lose your license for. If you hold a New Jersey driver's license, the length of your suspension for a DWI conviction will depend on three factors: the number of your prior offenses, your blood alcohol concentration, or whether you were found to be under the influence of a drug, and whether or not you were driving in a school zone. You should know that in New Jersey, if your license is suspended for a DWI, there's no provision allowing you to drive to and from work or to and from school. For a first offense DWI, if your blood alcohol concentration is found to be a 0.10 or greater, or if you're found to have driven while under the influence of a drug, your license will be suspended for between 7 and 12 months. If your blood alcohol concentration is found to be under a 0.10, or you're found to have operated a motor vehicle with your ability impaired and there's no evidence concerning your blood alcohol concentration, your license suspension would be for 3 months. If, however, you are found to have operated a motor vehicle within a school zone while intoxicated, the license suspension would jump to 1 to 2 years. For a second offense, the license suspension is generally 2 years, and for a third or subsequent offense, the license suspension would be 10 years. New Jersey's DWI statute contains what we call a step-down provision. How this works is, if you're charged with a DWI and the date of the offense is 10 years after your most recent DWI, then you would be sentenced one step down. So, for example, if you're charged with your second DWI, but your first occurred 10 or more years prior, then you would be sentenced as a first-time offender, even though it's your second DWI conviction. Similarly, if you're charged with what would be your third DWI conviction, and your second occurred 10 or more years prior, then you would be sentenced as a second-time offender. It should be noted, though, that if you're charged with your third offense, the time between the first and second offenses is irrelevant. So, if your first offense occurred 30 years ago, but your second occurred only 2 years ago, you would be sentenced as a third-time offender. The New Jersey DWI statute can be complicated, and defending a DWI is complex. If you or someone you love is charged with a DWI, call me so we can sit down and discuss your situation.